Pakistan's Air Force chief just landed in Minsk. He met with the chief of the General Staff of the Belarusian Armed Forces, the commander of the Belarusian Air Force, and the State Secretary of the Security Council of Belarus, Alexander Wolfowitz. And what he was there to discuss is something New Delhi needs to pay very close attention to. For decades, Pakistan's military looked west. Its fighter jets came from America. Its doctrine was shaped by NATO-era thinking. Even when Washington imposed sanctions, Islamabad's instinct was to look for another supplier, not another system. That may be changing. The visit has triggered speculation of a possible Pakistan-Belarus-Russia defense triangle, and it has India's name written all over it. The question is not whether Pakistan is diversifying its military partnerships. The question is whether a new Eurasian defense axis is quietly taking shape and what that means for India. Belarus is not a random stop, it's a very deliberate one. Belarus has a sophisticated and battle-tested defense industry. It produces drones, microelectronics, optronics, and heavy military vehicles, including the MZKT trucks that carry Russian nuclear missiles. It is Russia's most loyal ally and the country that has helped Moscow absorb Western sanctions most effectively for years. Whatever Russia has, Belarus has access to, and whatever Belarus produces, Russia endorses. The visit also builds on a Belarusian Air Force delegation's trip to Islamabad in June 2025, where Pakistan offered full-spectrum pilot training from basic to tactical level. That visit laid the groundwork. This one is about delivery. The 2025 and 2027 bilateral roadmap that both sides are now working toward prioritizes joint production and technology transfer, not just arms sales. That is the key distinction. Pakistan does not want to be a buyer forever. It wants to become a manufacturer. Belarus and Russia are offering exactly that. Analysts are now speaking openly of an emerging Pakistan-Belarus-Russia defense triangle that could reshape Eurasian security and reduce Islamabad's dependence on Western arms firms. With both Belarus and Pakistan now full members of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the partnership has moved from diplomatic conversations to industrial integration. This triangle is not accidental. It's a product of geography, sanctions, and shared interest. Russia needs Pakistan to not lean west. Belarus needs the commerce to offset Western isolation. Pakistan needs the technology, the drones, the microelectronics, and the manufacturing know-how to build its own military-industrial base. All three parties get something they need, and the arrangement gives Pakistan strategic depth it has never had before. Whether this develops into a genuine strategic triangle remains uncertain. Much will depend on financing, industrial capacity, Russia's balancing act between India and Pakistan, and how much technology Belarus is actually willing to transfer. But one thing is already clear. Islamabad is no longer looking only to Beijing or Washington. It is widening its military network. For India, the development is something to watch carefully. During Operation Sindoor in May 2025, drones changed the nature of the conflict. The May 2025 India-Pakistan crisis marked a turning point in the operational and strategic use of drones. Both states deployed unmanned systems at scale to probe air defenses, monitor troop movements, and conduct limited strikes against sensitive installations. Unlike earlier crises, drones were not confined to surveillance. They were integrated into signaling strategies intended to demonstrate resolve. Pakistan now wants more drones, better drones, and it wants to produce them domestically. Belarus is the shortest route to that capability. Also, there is another dimension to this that is often underreported. Belarus is one of the world's most effective sanctions-busting corridors. Western restrictions on Russia have not stopped Moscow's war machine because Belarus acts as a transit hub. Technology that cannot go directly from Europe or Asia to Russia often goes through Minsk. Now that corridor is being opened for Pakistan as well, which means Pakistan could potentially access Russian and Chinese defense technology through Belarusian pipelines in ways that are harder to track, harder to sanction, and harder to counter. Here is what makes Pakistan's Minsk pivot more complicated for Delhi. India has its own active engagement with Belarus. In September 2025, India sent 65 military personnel, including members of the elite Kumaon regiment, to the Zapad 2025 exercises, a joint Russia-Belarus strategic drill involving 1 lakh troops that rehearsed nuclear weapons deployment and simulated NATO confrontation scenarios. India's Defence Ministry called it a move to strengthen the spirit of collaboration and mutual trust with Russia. Then in January this year, India quietly purchased nearly 100 Berkut BM jet-powered kamikaze drones from the Belarusian company Indela. The Berkut BM reaches speeds of up to 410 km per hour, carries a 10-kilogram warhead and has a range of 150 kilometers. It is designed to destroy radar systems and air defense assets. About a month later, India's ambassador to Belarus visited Belomo, a Belarusian optoelectronic manufacturer that is under EU, US and UK sanctions for cooperating with Russia in the defense sector. The visit, confirmed by the Indian embassy, focused on defense cooperation under the Make in India initiative. So while Pakistan's Air Force Chief is now in Minsk building a new arms pipeline through Belarus, India has been quietly doing its own business with Minsk for months. The difference is this: India is buying drones and exploring optics manufacturing. Pakistan is seeking to build an entire defense industrial base with Belarusian technology, Russian banking and Chinese stealth aircraft as its own capstone. For India, the lesson is straightforward. Security partnerships across Eurasia are becoming more fluid. Old Cold War alignments are fading. Countries are increasingly pursuing issue-based partnerships instead of rigid alliances. India itself has mastered that approach. It buys Russian air defense systems, works closely with the US through the Quad, builds defense ties with France, Israel and Japan, expands indigenous manufacturing under Atmanirbhar Bharat. That diversified strategy has given India resilience. Pakistan now appears to be attempting something similar, although from a much weaker industrial base. The difference is scale. India possesses one of the world's largest defense industries and a rapidly expanding indigenous missile, drone and naval ecosystem. Pakistan remains heavily dependent on external technology.
The old rules are breaking. Alliances are shifting.
Apologize again to the victims of the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
Wars are redrawing maps. Oil routes can shake economies overnight. One election in America can impact markets in Mumbai.
No tax on tips.
One move by China can alter the balance in Asia. One conflict in West Asia can hit every Indian household. This is no longer a distant story. This is our story. Your story. Because for the first time in decades, India is not watching from the sidelines. India is rising. India is negotiating. India is balancing rivals. India is building military strength. India is shaping trade routes. India is becoming central to the new global order. And yet, most global news is still told through someone else's lens. Washington's lens, Beijing's lens, London's lens. But where is India's lens? Where is the platform that explains the world from our perspective? Welcome to India's Axis, a new destination for geopolitics, strategy and power seen through India's eyes, from Neighborhood Watch to the biggest global stories that matter to you. Why tensions in the Taiwan Strait matter to India, how one move by China can affect India's security, what turmoil in Pakistan means for regional stability, how Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Bhutan shape India's neighborhood, why oil choke points can hit your wallet, how wars abroad can reshape India's security. This is not noise. This is not shouting. This is not recycled headlines. This is sharp, intelligent storytelling. Daily explainers, war room analysis, strategic conversations. Because news is everywhere, but perspective is rare, and in the age of confusion, clarity is power. Axis is for the audience that wants more than headlines. The axis of global power is shifting. India is at the center of that shift. It's time the world was explained accordingly, to understand the world through India's strategic lens. Subscribe now.